here we go again. Now, I have to say, I had no idea that the past 6 episodes had absolutely zero audio because for some unknown reason the mic decided to change its default, so it just picked up absolutely no audio, which was rather infuriating to me because I had literally no idea till they were all filmed and recorded. So there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately, and just have to move on from it. You didn't really miss much, just imagine it as kind of like a silent viewing of the game because, you know, me rabbiting on really and much benefit to it, but unfortunately that is the case of what happened, and I kind of just have to do my best to move on from that because there's nothing I can do to rectify it. All the default files are all without audio, and it's impossible to get that particular gameplay back because, you know, I've played and saved over it. But again, it's just a lesson. I'm relatively new to kind of putting content online, so, well, I say I'm relatively new. I'm new to doing Football Manager YouTube stuff. I'm very new to that, but I have obviously done a lot of different stuff in the past. Also, another thing as well, I've noticed that the spreadsheet particular episode has got an incredible amount of love, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. But I do continually want to make clear this is not originally my concept. This is just something somebody shared off the Football Manager forums, Sports Interactive forums, I believe it is. And I've kind of, you know, taken on and just developed a little bit and messed around with. I don't wish to have full credit for that, and I've said that a million times before. Every single episode, in the description, I always post where you can find the originator. Plugged everything that he has. He doesn't have anything else that he wishes to plug, so that's the situation. I just felt like it needed clearing up after everything that had gone on recently, and obviously that's by far my most watched video, so which is good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, or you took what you wanted from it, but that has to be made clear fundamentally. So without further ado, because you've missed about 6 hours of me talking, let's just dive straight into the Aston Villa Leicester game. I'm going to go with this team, and we're hopefully going to win. In pretty much as basic terms as I can say. Christian and Diaz in for Vega and Maitland-Niles. I know Maitland-Niles was suspended. I'm not sure if Vega's also suspended. It very well may be the case. But I've decided to keep putting the league table there. I just like looking how we're doing. But yeah, it's a big game. They're all big games really, but Leicester obviously up in third, so if Leicester beat us, that's kind of another hammer blow to get in top 4. If we beat Leicester, then obviously we're right back in amongst it. We'll see. Cash, no dice. Nelson's playing, that's interesting. Raspadori beats his man. Oh, what a goal from Raspadori. What a goal from Raspadori. That's the start we wanted, because now we're just back in touch, but it is incredibly tight in this neat little race between probably 3rd to 6th. A 2nd probably looks unachievable now, but I kind of always knew that we were too far off laying a glove on Liverpool and City. I just felt that we had the squad capable of comfortably being a top 4 side now. It's not transpired that way, but football isn't played on spreadsheets or paper, as the old expression goes. I mean, I think I've built a formidable team, but the results didn't show that for the first 3 months of the season. They've started to click a little bit better now, but I'm very cautious about being too streaky. Don't want to be a streaky manager. Raspadori, Vitinha, there we are. Good stuff, but some banging control. Vitinha the midfielder, not Vitinha the striker. Vitinha the striker probably deserves more game time, but when you've got Benjamin Sesko, what do you do? It's tricky. Milenkovic, Nelson, Didi. Go on, Martin Cash. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Mount, oh Mount, better than that. That's an unlucky ball. Keeper's had a shocker. Emi Martinez as well. Emi Martinez, former Villa goalkeeper, is an absolute shocker though. I'd love to comprehensively pump Leicester here, because it's doing wonders for the goal difference switch. -3 for them and a big +3 for us as it stands. Raspadori again. No, not this time. Diaz, Cash, Ratinha, Diaz, Mount, Rooney, Cash. Mount trickles in for 4. Get in. That puts us level on goal difference now. Big 4 goal swing as it stands. This is the dream. Ratinha's having a great game as well from deep. 2 assists and a goal. Raspadori, that's not going to be a penalty, but we'll have a free kick all day. Please, sir. No, he's given a penalty. Oh, well, this isn't going to go in, is it? Because it'll be Mount on it. Oh, no. Yep, no, it's not going to go in. Mount just doesn't score penalties. That has been decided. I don't know what it is. For some reason on this game, he just cannot score a penalty for me. I think he's scored 1 in his past 4. Which is ridiculous, but, you know, that's the game. Would have been a nice put Fabio Vieira on. I should have really done that for Mount, as I did last time, but I don't really like bringing people on to take a penalty. Bit mad that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this because obviously that's levelled up the goal difference and we've got a comprehensive win against a big rival. So that's, you know, perfect. Oh, hang on. Even better than I thought. So obviously now we've got the 2 goal swing on them as well. Perfect. Brighton. Man United won, but they're a real threat this season. And then obviously we've got the Milan game, so roll on perfectly to that. But yeah, United are obviously a real threat this season. They'll probably get top 4. It's just whether one of us can get it with them. We'll click on to this Brighton game because it's very close. Andre Gomez is playing very well out on loan, which I expected he would do. It was probably the right. I should have really loaned him out at the start of the season. It was probably the right decision to send him out on loan, but you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. I do like a centre back. Oops, that's not what I meant to press. $24 million. That's the homegrown player that City nicked off me. I was interested to see if I could get him back, but there's no real point in paying $24 million for him. That's just ludicrous. City are obviously wasting his development away. AC Milan and then Liverpool. What a week. What a week of football that is. Good. So that's PSG out and Club Brugge out, but you could have probably forecasted Club Brugge being out. They're all terrible. They're the worst crop I've had for quite some time though. None of them are going to make first team. Oh, I wanted to check something actually. Somebody asked me a question. Is that his name? I think it's his name. It's probably not his name. Probably a better way of doing it like this, but this is going to take quite a bit. Can't find who it is I'm looking for. DJ Campson, Sturridge. Now Kingstonian. Where's Kingstonian? Total. Wow. Fair enough. Right, come on. Big game against 2-2. Big game against AC Milan. This. The San Siro. I will not be making changes. That's a bit tough because it means Christian has to play. What can I do? I won't be making changes, as I just said. I certainly want him on the bench. The rest I'm willing to sacrifice. I don't think he needs to be. He is purely was an inclusion for I think it was the registered team, because I don't think there's actually a way to do it unless he's on the first team. You know, when you register in a squad for a competition, I don't think there's a way that you can register the players without them being in the first team. That's what we're up against. It's going to be a very hard clash, to say the least. We want notable events. Because, I mean, away goals mean nothing now, so this tie is basically in scratch. So we have to win at the San Siro, because we couldn't take a lead away from Villa Park, unfortunately. Oh my god, that's a terrible start as well. Continue with a bad start, unfortunately. Rooney, Diaz, Cash. Almost one of the goals of the season. Yeah, we're up against it now, unfortunately, massively. Tomori, Cash, Rooney, Cash. Oh, I'd love that to have gone in. I would have loved that to have gone in. Come on, Villa. Don't go out without a whimper. Put some fight in. Put some fight in. Tomorrow's demotivated. That's not a good sign. What's that done, Anna? Kept us in the tie. Oh, it's over the bar. Come on, we can still get an equaliser in. This is far from over. Come on, Villa. Pressure into a mistake. Oh, he's in behind again. Oh, he's fired wide again. Oh, this is some tense stuff, this. Christian, Raspadori. No, that was not the right thing to do. Christian! Oh, how's that not gone in? How's that not gone in? Oh. That hurts, that does. And I'm running out of time and options here. It's looking like Milan are going to do us in the San Siro. Gavi's in behind again. Right, he's missed a hat-trick of chances, Leo. Come on, Villa. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. Come on, let him have a chance. Let him have a chance. Let him have a chance. Oh, that hurts. We tried, but we're out the Champions League again. It's a shame, but you know, we give it our all. But there'll be no Champions League success. I mean, that would have been massively overachieving, but it would have been nice to have gone to a quarter final. But it is what it is. There's nothing I could do about that. Played pretty much the full strength side that I could. Wonderful. But yeah, we'll come back for the Liverpool game after that. Just have a little break. And we're back with the Liverpool game, which I've tried to not change too many things, but I do desperately need to rest a couple of people. Unfortunately, so there's 5 changes, but it's better than 11 changes, I suppose. Just because I tried really hard to get the result against Milan, so I put out the full strength team, even though they weren't 100%. But again, this is just a free hit in it, really, because you always expect to lose to Liverpool. So anything else other than that would be a massive benefit, and I'm pretty sure that they still have the Adeyemi, who's just absolutely unreal for him on this game. Well, there's the opener from Trent, but I'm sure Adeyemi's an absolute monster in this save. I don't think Liverpool have sold him. I'd be surprised. I'll have a quick look. No, he's there. Just while we're here. Look at the absolute monster he's developed into. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous player. If only I'd have signed him for 14 million instead. He's a good player as well, unfortunately. Ah, well. I need some changes sooner rather than later. Just keep ripping into him in a minute. Raspadori didn't get subbed last game, so we'll correct that now. We'll continue actually some sustained minutes. And we'll give Tapia some game time because it can't hurt at this point, can it? Raspadori has just scored though, ironically. Probably offside, but no, it's given. I better skip that change, don't I? Saved, don't I? Poor Marcus Edwards central. Oh yes, Vitinha! Haha, yes! What a comeback. Can we hold on though? Can we hold on? Maitland-Niles, Raspadori, Tapia, Maitland-Niles, Vitinha. Edwards is in! Edwards! Oh, he had the huge chance. A huge chance. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Win it back. Salah, no. Raspadori's knackered. Tapia just smashes it clear. No! Oh, we should have conceded that. That's the definition of riding your luck, that is. That is the very definition of. Vega, Tomori comes up. No, we're just. Yeah. You've got to admit that's been coming. we've played some shocking passes. We came back really well when we played some shocking passes. It's a shame, but you know, that's football. Yeah, I was proud of the fight back, but beyond that, let's just hope the damage isn't done. We're in the game for 2 weeks now, so obviously it'll be a. We'll join you back for the Sheffield United game, but kind of want to see before I go. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back for the Sheffield United game, so we'll see you soon. And we're back for the Sheffield United game. A couple of things just to quickly mention. After literally having a board meeting about potentially being sacked earlier this season, the board have just given me a 4-year deal. So I'm guessing that's some swift turnaround. I mean, I'm glad they stuck with me, but I thought I'd have more credit in the bank than I actually did. But I've been given a 4-year deal now, so I, for the foreseeable, but I don't plan to carry this save on. So it's kind of a bit of a moot point, but we'll see anyway. I mean, if enough people are interested, there's always possibility to carry on, but I just think 5 seasons is probably about right, especially because we're in September now. So we are coming towards the new Football Manager, which was actually announced yesterday, I think, day before yesterday. No, I think it was a couple of days ago, actually. But it's out on November 8th, so obviously you'd kind of want a little break maybe, perhaps, before diving into a new save on a new game, but we'll work it all out. Anyway, I'm gone with full strength that I can against Sheffield United, because I want some goal difference, hopefully. I think I beat them resoundingly last time, so we kind of want more of the same, really, because everyone's caught up now and I'm back in 6th because of that loss to Liverpool, but you can't say that was an unexpected loss. There's a 5-point gap between us and 7th, so that's a little bit of breathing room, but obviously I want to be cracking top 4 again. I think qualify for the Euro Cup is the aim, so the board would probably be happy with where I finish now. Raspadori scored and he's picked up a little bit second half of the season, which is good because he had a very poor start to the season. And he was somebody that I thought would really kick on and be a very key player for me. But yeah, rambling on. Obviously, it's a tough old game at the minute because it's a very close race for what looks like now 4th, unless United tail dive a little bit. But obviously, I'd welcome another crack at the Champions League, as would anyone. But the 2 times I've been in it, I've got quarterfinals and round of 16, so I've made it out of the groups both times, but that still feels a bit disappointing considering the squad that I have. Maybe I'm just bigging the squad up too much. Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was, but I just think there's some real quality internationals in this team. Like, you've got Mason Mount in it, you've got Tomori in it, who are both very good for England on this. You've got Inacho, who's one of the centre backs. Cash has been solid. Palacia's been alright, Onana's been alright. Sesko is quite a monster on this game, so I don't know. I don't know how really I could further improve it without spending mega money, because I've already spent mega money this season, really, thinking that was the breakthrough. But I've got a lot of promising academy players that I've signed or that have come through. None of them I don't think have come through. I think I've signed them all, but that I've got to somehow blend in as well. The problem I'm having is English players. I don't have enough English players, which is standard really, isn't it? But I might look to fix that. What are you doing, Mal? Oh, shocker of again. Saying I put full strength out for a reason. It looks like I'm going to win 2-0. I was about to have 1-0, but I had a feeling he'd score that. So we've got the job done, but it's not exactly resounding, is it? Wow. That'll probably be a penalty. No, okay. That was very clumsy though, I agree. They've fired it wide. My turn for a free kick now. Raspadori. Oh, it's the post. Alacia commits a foul for little to no reason. Job done. Move on to the next one, which I think we've got quite a hard set of games coming up, if I'm honest. I don't think it's easy. I think, well, Arsenal are in 10th, but Arsenal are a better side than that. Let me have a look. Arsenal, United, Leeds, which none of them are easy games. Newcastle, Watford. Newcastle not an easy game. Oh yeah, it don't get any better really, does it? We'll call this episode here, I think, and then next episode we'll tackle these 4, and then we'll finish the season off. So a couple more episodes to go. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you can actually hear me this time. I'm quite certain I've rectified the mic issue, but I'm sorry for the issues that this season has really been plagued by. Delay and lack of audio, and rather just a cursed season, unfortunately. But thanks for joining me, and hopefully see you next time.